question has been raised about taxation of nonprofits. If revenue sharing were fully funded, the city of Bangor would receive $5 million, approximately. What we have received is $2 million. There's already been significant cuts. We are owed under state statute 5, and we've received 2. The nonprofit amount would be approximately $3 million. Would we rather have 2, 3, or 5? It's a false choice. Obviously, we'd rather have 5, but pitting one group against the other is politics of division. And for the state to be unable to balance its own budget and imagine that the way to fill the gaps in its budget are to further raid municipal coffers and tax nonprofits like homeless shelters and women's shelters and land trusts is a state, in my mind, that has lost its moral compass. So I am here today to speak in favor of the restoration of municipal revenue sharing, and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Matt. Representative Russell?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Councilor Sprague, for being here. You touched on something that was interesting. We call it revenue sharing, which I think the way that most of the testimony goes, it means that the state shares it with the municipalities. And what you're hitting on is that actually the municipalities are where it's generated. And so could you just speak to that a little bit more? Because I think between you and the testimony from Bangor previously, the amount of revenue that you guys generate, and same with my town, certainly makes it interesting.
The city of Bangor generates approximately $1.6 billion of taxable sales each year, which is more than any other community in the state. None of that, other than a paltry amount through revenue sharing, comes back to the city. The meals and lodging tax. The city of Bangor has invested aggressively in the Cross Insurance Center, in waterfront concerts, a number of different ventures. On a waterfront concerts night, every hotel from Waterville to Bangor to Ellsworth to Bar Harbor is full. Every single dollar from that hotel, meals and lodging tax comes to Augusta. The city of Bangor taxpayers expect a return on investment from these ventures. We get it through business development, through social and cultural growth. But if we could keep more of that revenue locally, it would allow us to, one, ease the burden on residential property taxpayers, but also to continue to invest in ourselves. So it's a misnomer to say that it's revenue sharing, the state sharing with the municipality, when really it's all locally generated revenue, whether it's in Bangor, whether it's in Madawaska, or whether it's in Charlotte, Maine. Wherever that revenue generates, there's costs associated with it, whether it's infrastructure, public safety, and revenue sharing is a program that has long recognized that there are costs to being a service and retail center, and it helps defray some of those costs so that residential and commercial property taxpayers are not subsidizing the entire bill.
Thank you. Allison Heckler?